This week on Pivot with Purpose.
In therapy, the conversation too has been like, I don't even know who the hell I am right now, like coming out of the relationship, but also I didn't realize how much of an effect the pandemic had on me. And you lived with me the summer before the pandemic.
Months before everything closed down.
I quit my job, and just during that time, I didn't realize I was living in a bubble. I was in a relationship. The world was all crazy, and now I literally am looking now. I don't know my mind sexually, what I am, what I want, who I'm showing up as. Also, when everything like went awry with the network that I signed for my second podcast, I realized everyone was just calling me for the gossip. No one was really calling to check in on me. That was like a rough time. I've told my therapist this. I actually really hate sitting in my feelings and sitting in my thoughts.
Hey friend, you're listening to Pivot with Purpose. This is my show where I pivoted from shit I'm 30, where I was dreading turning 30. I had a failed marriage, failed engagement after that, and I don't have a relationship with my immediate family. But through it all, I came out the other side with a thriving business, an unexpected radio morning show of my own, and a platform where I can reach millions of people and help them walk in their truth. I am now celebrating every step of my journey into continuously finding my purpose, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Sometimes this journey looks like shit, and it probably sounds even worse, but it's still our journey, and I'm learning right along with you to enjoy it. There's always a rainbow after the rain falls. Now, if you need advice in pivoting in any aspect of your life, relationships, career, spirituality, send your questions or story to askcarlawilmaris@gmail.com or shoot me a DM at Carla Wilmaris. Now, let's start the show. Welcome back to another episode. We're here. Today I'm actually, I just got my period today. So
you just had to start. Nobody cares.
Look at her. She said she was going to be quiet. She said she was going to be quiet and she was going to sit there. How long have we been rolling? Tell me the seconds.
15 seconds.
15 seconds it took for her to open her mouth. I was trying to give her a whole introduction, but she's here.
Because she said, hey guys, there's blood coming out my cooch.
Not what I said. I was going to tell you that I've been PMSing and I'm bloated. And I came in today. I was expecting to get it tomorrow, but we showed up anyway. So if you're feeling today like you don't want to do what you got to do because you're moody, you're bleeding, it's okay. I made it here. You make it to do what you got to do. Ain't you supposed to be bleeding too?
Girl, I came a week early. I love it for me. I'm going to be in them little thong bikinis. Crazy.
I thought we were going to be bleeding together and I wouldn't be the only one. Well, Mandii is in Orlando. She's
Orlando,
home.
Falls, 7 Chopper City. Blah, blah, blah. Y'all know how we do.
Come on, this is a classy show.
You just did it with me. By the way, y'all, when Carla is with me, she's the one who gets us kicked out of places for being
Bro, that was 4 years ago.
Well, you still got us kicked out.
I have changed, and then I've been to therapy.
Oh, okay. Me too.
We've done different. She has been to therapy. I'm so proud of her. Before we even get started, I want to say shout out to Moxie, who yesterday actually, but this is going to come out, I don't know when, at some point. But Moxie did a Social Rush event here in Orlando. So if you're an entrepreneur locally in Orlando, I know there's listeners from all over the world, but specifically here because I left Orlando because when I was in the space and entrepreneurship, it just felt like nothing was happening here. So for it to be the first event and over almost 200 people showing up, it was really nice to do. So shout out to him for getting that going. And I think there will be another one in October.
Wait a second. I didn't think I knew that Moxie threw that.
Yeah.
Because Moxie's where you had your first live show.
Yes. So what a full circle.
Because that was for shit I'm 30.
Yes. He gave me that space. He's like the first person that said, he's the one who told me to do the live show. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I've only been doing it for 8 months. And he's like, you'll sell out. Don't worry.
And did.
110 tickets were sold. And then he's doing this and he's like, will you host it? And I'm not saying no to Moxie. It's like, give me the mic. Pay for my makeup. That's all I need. Just let me get my makeup done.
By the way, the confusion for everyone else, I was having lunch with my sister and she was like, yeah, Carla was hosting in Best Fest. I said, don't think that's what that was.
But you know what? Put it in the air.
Thank you.
Put it in the air.
She did.
But let me tell you something that did happen. Because while I was there, and it's all about being in the room and just being yourself, which you do all the time. And I think some people are like, well, how will people find me? Just show up to places, right? Do certain things. I was, doing my thing on stage and being myself. And at some point, I'm speaking about the fact that I do the podcast stuff. And I'm very intentional about working with people of color. And I also I don't see anyone white here. But if there's anyone white here, don't take any offense to it. But I don't work with white people at all.
You said that?
Yes, I did say that. And I said I'm very but I always say that. It doesn't matter where I speak at. I'm very unapologetic about it. When I was in the space, nobody wanted to help me. It was $10,000 minimum. for me to start. And it's like, you guys had your stuff going on, but you also had loudspeaker like to help at some point. And I was just here in Orlando, like nobody would help me. So I said that.
And then y'all, she came up and moved up with me, met a man, had a child. Now here she is.
Wow. That was a very fast way to put that. But I say all that and then I'm like, all right, we're going to take a break. And the one white woman that was in the building waves me down. And she's like, and I'm on the stage and I'm like, oh, fuck. She's like, can I talk to you? And I was like, be right there. So I come down and then she's already by the stairs, by the back. And she's like, hi, how are you? I wanted to introduce myself. I had a QR code. She's like, I already put my contact and send you my contact information, but I'm a TV executive producer and I wanted to get to know you. I know it's not the time. You know, we can speak later. But
especially after you said, don't care about white people in this room.
That's what I was like, what? And she's like, I love what you're doing. I was supposed to only be here 10 minutes. I've been here the whole time. I really want to connect. I work with ABC and then with the strikes and we were looking into other things. And I was like, make sure I got your contact, white lady.
It's given ally.
I said, okay.
Especially because we know all the DNI initiatives, programs are being removed out. So I
they're
work
doing
with this woman.
Stuff. We're going to talk this week. I hit her up and I'm like, all right. But all that to say is just be yourself. Like, that doesn't mean that I won't work with white people in another capacity, right? But when it comes to the academy and launching, let me help my people that didn't have the help when I started, right? That we don't know where to go, somewhere where we can afford it. Because, there's plenty of people that can go to all these agencies, but how much does it cost to launch a pod? They'll be like 10 grand a month, easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Well, I think it's because too, I mean, and y'all, we nerd out on these types of conversations, I'm sure y'all don't care about, but I mean, the need for social clips and video and all the things necessary. Production is expensive.
Production is very expensive, but there are ways to make it cheaper. And I feel like it was gate kept. Mm-hmm. There was a lot of gatekeeping on how to do it cheaper.
We ain't gonna talk about how these people be acting like they be dropping bombs and bars on these pods and don't really be helping or doing anything for anybody.
But we're not going to do that today.
We're not going to do that today.
I wanted to, but we're not. Because the Lord has given me a conviction to keep my mouth shut.
And my crystals have too. I was charging them things.
Listen, at the end, go ahead.
Let me cross my legs.
At the end of the day.
I got to cross my legs.
Go.
If you are sitting here listening to this podcast, please breathe in with me and let out all the negative energy. Thank you guys for tuning in.
In Jesus' name.
That is not.
I pray.
That is not.
Amen. Lord.
Now, Miss Tammy, you are not on this pod. We need you to be quiet in the background.
Lord, I'm working on her. Every day, I send her clips.
Do you?
And one day, you don't be answering me, but I send her Sarah Jake Roberts clips.
Oh, them ain't never the ones I watch. I don't watch.
One day, don't you worry.
Anytime you send me the church clips, I don't watch it.
That's fine.
But then you be sending me some other shit, and I be like... Anytime you send shit for us to talk about somebody, I'll be like, bitch.
I'm sending them and I talk to her every time. She'd be mad and she'd be like screaming. I'm like, the Lord said.
Which, by the way, y'all, we had a conversation the other day and I was just really I was really frustrated. Like, I felt like I didn't know where I wanted to go, like career-wise. And I talked to Carla and I'd be like, yeah, girl, I thought about that already. And I was frustrated because I felt like she was telling me so many things I had already known or felt or was frustrated.
After we hung up.
I think my problem is when I call you, I just kind of want you to tell me something I don't already know. And when I don't get it, I get frustrated because I'm like, bro, give me another answer. Like, I feel like you're giving me...
Here's after we hung up the phone, because you do that shit all the time.
We do. I said, girl, I'm frustrated. I'm about to go watch Netflix. Get off my phone. And then she sent me like these beautiful, like, if you're thinking this right now, just calm down and stop. And this bitch be sending me fucking and then reels.
Then the next morning I'd be like,
are you okay today? Is your day better? Like, you would think we're really in a relationship. Because like, she be giving me my space when she's like, okay, this bitch don't want to hear me right now. So she'll hit me the next day. Hope you woke up in a better mood today.
I'm like, poor girl is going through it. She's frustrated. And I have that actually on the outline to talk about because, let's do it now. Because there are times that you call me, this is me like being in my therapy ship. You'll be like frustrated, right? But we get frustrated with ourselves because there's something we want. Yeah. But there are seasons in our lives when it's like, we got to sit down and really think about what is there for us. This might not be the season for you to go in that direction. Like, I want this, I want this, I want this. And there are times I know maybe you got to pray. I know I don't got you with the Lord just yet, but Jesus is around you all the time. But there's a time where you
or Allah, or Buddha,
whoever
or
it
Christ,
is, or the crystals, whatever you want to believe in. Maybe you have to sit back and say, hey, let me just sit back and stop what I want. What does God want for me? What does the universe wants for me? What is my purpose here, right? What is the bigger picture? Because I know, and I don't know how much into detail you want to get into, I know there's a field that you want to go into. You want to work into being more of a personality. There's things and places you want to walk into, but maybe there is something, maybe God is stopping you right now from going into those places. Those doors are being closed for a reason. And there might be
no doors being closed now. Calm down.
There's certain doors that right now are locked. You don't have the key for it yet. No, there might be another door.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think there's just been, and clearly in therapy, the conversation too has been like, I don't even know who the hell I am right now, like coming out of the relationship, but also I didn't realize how much of an effect the pandemic had on me. Mm-hmm. And you lived with me the summer before the pandemic.
Months before everything closed down.
I quit my job 6 or 7 months before the pandemic. Mm-hmm. And just everything, I think during that time, I didn't realize I was living in a bubble. I was in a relationship. The world was all crazy. And now I literally am looking now. I don't know how I'm in my apartment. I don't know my mind sexually. I've also been in therapy for the last 2.5 years, which has completely made me be like, girl, who is you? I don't know, like, really what I am, what I want, who I'm showing up as. And it's just really...
But you know what? That's so much further than most people. It takes so much to even say that. To say, who am I? I don't know. Just the acknowledgement of it. Bro, that's hard. Because some people would just be like,
the first step is saying you have a problem.
That's not even a problem. I mean, you got a few, but that's not the one.
This is why. See why I can't talk to her, y'all?
That's not the one.
You got a few problems.
Let's go there. You're learning now what that looks like after a breakup, and we have. Well, your breakup is very fresh. Mine, I'm a year and 3 months in, almost 4 now. A year and 4 months out of my breakup, and I chose to go into my breakup in a very sober way and in every way. Sober sex, sober drugs, sober alcohol, sober from social stuff. I went deep into therapy and finding something. I even went to tarot readings. I know you got the crystals now that you're charging them with the iPhone charger.
I had an Oracle reading a couple of weeks ago.
Right. I did all of that. So do it. Find something. They ain't gonna tell you shit. I don't believe in it.
But I ain't gonna hold you. Me neither. So I'll be honest. I feel like that's.
They're gonna tell you things you already know.
Which is what to me, it's just getting my mind on something else,
yes.
Right? It's literally where, sorry if y'all are stars and moons hoes. I feel like y'all are sometimes the most negative people. Y'all be like,
why?
Girl, it's all fake to me. But right now,
that's the truth now, y'all.
Chill.
She been lying, y'all.
But, to me, it's something to where I can get my mind on something else. I think it's creating moments for me to just sit by myself, mm-hmm. which I like.
Which you don't do often. Literally this past Sunday, she came in on a flight early as hell. And she's like, I can't wait to go home and spend the day. I'm just going to stay home. And I'm like, no, you're not. And she's like, yes, I am. And I'm like, I would love for you to.
Why are you
She's like, I am. I look on social media and this bitch is dressed, makeup on, outside. I said, I thought you were staying home. She said, I lied. That was her response. I lied. But there is so much strength in being alone. But it's also very hard.
But I went out by myself.
Again.
I went out by myself.
There's people outside. There's a distraction. There's liquor. There is meeting people.
I don't do that too much, even though as we sit here and drink. I'm on vacation. To me, I think I actually enjoy being around people.
Of course. You're an extrovert, but also thinking about, and y'all will even hear her, because every time I say something, start talking about this, she's like, no, that's not me. And I'm like, hold on one second. There will come a time where you will have to spend some time alone. Being around people all the time, that's a distraction from something else. It really is. It is hardest this past year for me to sit, my first time single. I've been told
you shouldn't have been a serial dater the way you was, girl.
What was I supposed to be, a hoe?
That's a little better than the serial dating.
I had one dick instead of a whole bunch of them. It's just as toxic.
Yeah.
It's just two different types of toxicity. Yeah. One, I was just leaning and onto one person to like bring me some type of satisfaction or security.
And all of them she made rice and chicken for.
And they
So
all
much
loved
rice and
it.
chicken, bro.
They loved it.
So much arroz con polo.
You know how much I spent on Uber Eats now? I said, I ain't cooking shit else. I'm tired of cooking. No, but spending time alone, and this is the point of that, it's hard. It's scary sitting in your own thoughts or sitting around at home and you're like, once you retract yourself and you're not in the party scene or in the social scene, you start realizing who's really your friend and who's really calling in. Once you start not popping the bottles or bringing people into certain events, and then you're like, they don't call me no more. They don't, call and see how I'm doing as much, because usually they call me.
So I noticed that during the pandemic. I noticed that when
everybody was home.
Also when everything like went awry with the network that I signed for my second podcast, I realized everyone was just calling me for the gossip and the tea, and no one was really calling to check in on me. That was like a rough time. I think, and I've been talking about this in therapy. I don't know when we really dig into it. Also, fear, like rereading things from my childhood, I realized I've done 2.5 years of therapy and everything is current. Like
second you dive in the back, it's gonna hurt.
Oh, girl, I realized, don't remember that. Don't know who that girl is. But I've told my therapist this. I actually really hate sitting in my feelings and sitting in my thoughts.
And if you didn't, I would think you're weird.
Well, not only that,
you're
girl,
lying.
Girl, I was at bar class the other day. Went to bar. When I got my lashes done, then when I saw Barbie, bitch, I cried like 3 times. Cried during Barbie. Maybe Barbie was sad. I don't remember. And I cried during bar, but I didn't know if it was because my hips hurt. But nonetheless, I realized, and I didn't know why. I don't know why. But I was literally just
let it out and feel
on a day by myself, and I was just like, why is my eyes watering? Maybe it was allergies. I don't know.
Look at her making it. She just don't want to admit that she felt a feeling.
It's possible.
I got a feeling. Ooh. Okay. Sitting in your feelings is not a comfortable thing.
It's not.
It's not a comfortable thing at all. And it's so much easier to say, listen, let me just make a phone call. Let me turn on the TV. Let me go outside. There's a party in Brooklyn. Let me go. It's Sunday. Like, that's much easier than sitting in your feelings.
Yes.
Just saying.
It could be a party that I don't even want to be at.
But it's go. Because it's a distraction. I will tell you, and I've spoken about it probably with you, I'm sure with you, and on the podcast, I would throw tantrums to my therapist and be like, I don't want to feel this shit. Make it go away. Or can you give me a pill? I will take a pill to get past this pain. And then you're going through a tough breakup. And I think that you saw me go through a very difficult emotional state that I can now say I'm on the other side of.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. And I think I'm in this place now, and I'm actually, because of seeing you, I was so against calling my ex a narcissist, because you made me scared of that goddamn word.
It's a very scary word.
That fucking word, and now guess what? My whole algorithm is fucking narcissism, because I feel like it's crazy because I'm now in that like rabbit hole that I think you were in early on, where I'm just like, oh, this is why he acted like this. Oh, this is why this happened.
When it comes to the word narcissism, and I say it every time on this pod, I don't take it lightly. The only reason why I brought it up
is because it was a buzzword. But also, like, there was so many ways in which I knew details about your last relationship, and I was like, oh, but no, like, that's not what I was dealing with. But now in hindsight,
and you made sure to tell me.
Oh, bitch, I did.
She made sure to tell me.
As
she's telling me, she got to a point where she stopped talking to me about all of it. Well, to everybody, to a point in time. And I knew, and I can recognize it, because there were a lot of things about my relationship that I kept very quiet and I didn't talk about. And I recognized it. And actually, I'm so mad she didn't come. Crystal.
Oh.
Because I sat with Crystal in front of her apartment for like 2.5 hours.
She told me, I don't like that my friends just be talking or whatever.
We were talking for so long, and I'm like, and I told her, I said, until she's ready, she's not leaving. I said, I can see it. I know it. I actually, which is crazy, because once you have been through it, and I say this all the time, when you meet someone and you see someone, their energy, you know exactly what they are. I felt it with him. And I never, do you remember, this is crazy when I say it's on air, but there were a few times that you invited me to do things with you guys. And I always had an excuse. I think 2 of them were a lie. So I'm confessing to you now, I didn't have shit to do. I just didn't feel.
I at least told you to your face, I would never be around your ex.
Because you're an asshole. There's certain times that I think about people's feelings, and I'm like,
oh, girl, I'm
not going to do that.
I came to Carla and said, just so you know, I'll never want to be around y'all two again. I don't like it.
There's, as raw and unfiltered as I am, there's times that I'm like, it's not necessary.
Oh.
I can just say, I'm tired. And like, it's okay. But I felt it. I saw it. I saw it changing you. And at first it was like, oh, this is good. But immediately I'm like, she is negating who she is for someone else.
It's weird because there was, I think, two things were happening, right? I didn't believe I could show up that way in partnership to where there was a submissiveness about me. I really cared about a nigga.
But it wasn't submissive, it was manipulation.
No. I enjoyed showing up that way.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Make sure she okay, because we talking about y'all, my mama just dealt with a narcissist too.
I love
she
you,
in the
Miss
building.
Tammy.
See, she's crying because she dealt with this too.
Stop. She gonna make me cry.
I know. This has been something like, it's weird because I really enjoyed who I showed up as.
Me too.
Because it was new. Look, my mom is crying and I don't want to cry.
God.
Not all of us dealing with narcissists and now we're crying. No, seriously. I think you enjoy who you're showing up as until it's like, who am I? But also, I'm not being treated how I should be. I'm not getting what I should be out of this person. And it's like, you could show up as in the best way that you want until I think you would say it, Crystal would say it, all of my friends would be like, there's really nothing. You could try as hard as you want to show up and be the person that you believe he wants you to be.
Or that they even tell you they want.
Nothing that you do is going to make this person change for you or love you anymore. This is who this person is. And I think I tried, we broke up 13 times.
I say 27, but she calls it 13.
No, and it literally just turned into where it was just like, but I tried. We would break up and he would say I did something wrong. So I would come back and correct that. Then we'd break up again and I'd correct something else. Then we'd break up again and I'd correct something else. And I'm just like, how many things am I doing wrong? Because every time I'm coming back to you, I'm correcting what was wrong last time and now there's something else. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, my friends would always tell me, like, it's not you at this point. It's him. But I think it was my first relationship. I enjoyed how I felt, and I would say that to you, but he makes me feel so good. And the highs would be so high, but the lows would be so low.
And I think that you said, I enjoyed showing up and I kept trying and I kept trying. I didn't know who I was. And what I learned now is that in a relationship, they have to accept you for who you are. And they love us in the beginning. Well, and they love us in the beginning. I think
there was a difference for both of us. So the difference is, I would say the height of our relationships were during, and this is what I've been talking about in therapy. I don't think all of us have acknowledged what the pandemic truly did to us as individuals, our careers, who we showed up as, because it allowed us a lot of time to sit. I actually think getting to know a man is awful. They suck. They're boring. They're not even that great. But
she's a little hurt. She's a little hurt, guys.
No, literally,
I'm hurt. Hope for love.
Wait, but also, but also, like, you're in a place to where it's like, oh, this is cool. I have someone to talk to. Like, mind you, this is a time specifically in New York and in the major cities, you're not able to go out. You're not able to really be around big groups of people. So I found it was great. But also our jobs, for who I was when he met me, when the world started opening up, my travel schedule, how much I worked, and also pandemic, I can say it now, I wasn't admitting it, was one of the best things financially that ever happened to me. I was excelling like, bitch, I'm rich. Who am I?
I made the most money
during the pandemic. It's crazy.
I would watch. Bro, I would refresh.
Oh, we would talk.
Remember? I would refresh, and I'm like, did they just hit 20,000?
Bro, in a month.
Hit 25,000?
Bitch, in a month.
And I'd be like, this is crazy.
Mind you, going back to, we would talk every single day and cry at our accounting jobs where we were there making 60 to 70,000 for the year. Salary, crying. You did financials at every end of the month to the top of the month. You would cry.
Fridays.
And then I did busy season for taxes.
Right.
But it would be in business. So it would be in October during busy season.
Yeah,
and then
I think
July.
You met yours during the pandemic. unfortunately, in my situation, a tad bit different because he met me in 2018. I was flying. He saw me flying. I was on a plane
y'all were
constantly.
Friends. Y'all didn't become intimate until right before the pandemic.
Yeah, and I definitely will say I was kind of recruited in a way. He saw what was happening, what I was doing, the changes, and it's like he saw you was around
a lit bitch like me, which is why he ain't want you to hang out with me.
He hated you.
Y'all, he hated me.
Oh, he hated me.
Bro, we can talk about it now. I was that friend. I was that friend, which was crazy because
I never really go into detail.
That's fine. I'm gonna go into detail because what's crazy is I was the friend that when he did come up and pull up in my house, we would be on fucking Canva. Bitch, we was learning Canva. Y'all, we would be so lame. We would be sitting on our computers like, how do you remove the background? We would be teaching each other how to like make flyers,
how to cut video,
how to do Audacity, how to read lines and audio. So the whole summer that I chose to quit my job and Carla chose to move up to New York, we were like, we're gonna take this industry over. And we were teaching ourselves everything. And what's crazy is he would come over and I think he thought that I would be into something so different, but we sat there and taught ourselves so much of business. However, when y'all finally got together, he ain't want you to be around me, despite the fact that I had a nigga. He just thought that I was the friend, whether it was because I was going to push you harder to be a better entrepreneur.
Because we continued to work.
And to grow.
It wasn't just you. It was May also.
Oh, wow.
It got to a point where he was like, May is gay. And once me and May are like, what? Like, what the hell? So it was.
But also, you're so not.
Anyone, right. You could be as gay as they come, and I'm going to be like, what am I going to do with you? What? It doesn't matter. Don't want no parts of it. I mean, shout out to y'all. She's not even you.
I am.
She want to be part of the LGBTQAI 2345 so bad. Amanda.
What?
For?
These is not broken. Bitch.
that is for something different.
I mean, it's for everybody. Okay, it's for all the gender sexes, all the gender identities. You're not gonna get me canceled, bitch. Next, what we talk about? Keep going.
No, I don't want to talk about that shit no more. Because mine is over. I am past it. All I want you to do now is. And I tell you, I think we talked about this. You were like, these men show up differently. Something just happened to you recently. And you're like, I hate them all. And I was like, look, that's when you were frustrated. I was like, it's going to take time where just don't forget about the male. Worry about you. It's in our 30s, you have gone through so much in your life.
Well, the problem is, I mean, to be very frank, and I think this is actually your issue too, and you haven't like acknowledged
Tell me my issue.
The issue is that we are now super I'm adding the word super because bitch, I don't know that many words, but we're super modern day women where we thrive and feel so good in accomplishing new things, but also we are now super, that's the word for the day, super. We're super financially set in what we do. And also we've seen such a growth over the last 3 or 4 years. Oh shit, not my straw leaving. Anyways, our trajectory is just like this. And so to me, I think,
continue.
And so even as millennial women, I think we still got into this thing where we like financial security for men. And right now, that's just.
I ain't gonna lie to you. So somebody put a poll up, right? And they were like, would you take a man that is like, let's just say whatever number, it's like really great for you, right? But
wait, money-wise,
yeah, okay. It's a great number. But they're just not emotionally available and whatever. Or would you take a man that makes $80,000, works a corporate job, but is super faithful?
How many kids he got?
Let's say no kids.
Okay.
80,000, works a 9-to-5 corporate and is super respectful, like emotionally intelligent, whatever. And I said, I will take that 80.
No, I mean, me too.
Where I am today?
No,
I'll take that 80.
Me too. I think that the more money and power that a man has, the less likely he's able to show up for the things that we want. Like, that's where
I won't even say that. No, well, you know why I won't say that?
Why?
Because I have met men like Laurent. Oh, I would love for you to meet Laurent. Laurent Prophet. He's actually been on the podcast, Alicia's husband.
Laurent what?
Laurent Prophet.
I don't want nobody with Prophet after their name. What the hell is that?
Laurent, I am so sorry. I am so sorry.
Laurent
played
Prophet.
in the NBA.
I don't want nobody
Laurent was an NBA coach. Laurent is a businessman. Alicia is an attorney. I don't know when this is going to come out, so maybe depending on when this comes out, we'll take it out. He just hit me up and he was like, hey, do you know what's the best? He's messaging me. He goes, what's the best makeup artist in Orlando? And I said, I'm going to her tomorrow, actually. He goes, I said, what do you need? Like natural, whatever. He goes, I need her to look her best when she goes to the Beyonce concert.
Oh, wow, that's cute.
And she's a Beyonce stan. And he does this all the time. They have 3 kids. He sends her to the spa. She takes her girls' trips. He keeps the kids. When he came here to do the podcast, he's like, she kept the kids. And when she came to do it, he had the kids. He is, and they have friends. And he has friends. And I just feel like we're just not in those circles. The club scene... although we're not in the club scene, but I'm saying the club scene, not us, but the club scene is not where we're going to find men that are wealthy and that are emotionally intelligent. That's not where we're going to find them, you know? And I feel like
girl, you've been going to church for a long time.
I will say church is not the place, first of all, where I have not looked for men in church.
Is that not where you're supposed to look for men? Is it church?
Not necessarily.
So where do you look for men? At Publix?
That's the thing.
Where do you look for men? I want to ask you, where are you looking for men?
I believe, well, I'm not looking.
But you 2 years out. Can you start looking?
It's a year and 4 months.
Oh my God.
I am not looking for men. I truly believe that as we continue to grow and as I'm working with networks and in business and all these phone calls and happen, you know, I feel like someone will come to me. I refuse to look anymore. I don't want to look. That man will fall in front of me whenever he falls in front of me.
Do you know what's crazy? I think this is the problem with women. Homebodies think they man just gonna come knocking at the door. I'm here for you.
No.
Bitch.
I just said I am becoming more social in places. Like if someone invites me to a dinner or there's business meetings or there's I just went to a networking event yesterday.
It's so weird because I am so against like dealing with men in my work, like in my place of work.
I have to. Now I feel like it's not, I don't want my like, I ain't even gonna say this. I would say like, if Chris was there, I would be like, I don't want my cameraman, but actually, I don't know. It might work out, right? Let's say.
Oh, have y'all flirted before?
Not Chris himself. I'm just saying like, yeah, Chris, you're amazing. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is.
Chris, she ain't really got no type, so I'm looking at you and I can't tell if she would.
Chris, I am so sorry.
Because all her men look different. I ain't gonna hold you.
Chris is white and he is, well, you're not white, are you?
Yeah, you look spicy white.
He's
Colombian.
Yeah,
okay.
No, because I'm talking about white people.
Spicy
but Miss
white.
Tammy, you don't mind. You don't count. He's red right now. I'm so sorry.
He is blushing, y'all.
No, I'm just saying.
Can we get a camera on
him? Right, turn the camera around. Being someone in the same industry, I think it really does help. And it was something that I truly enjoyed about my ex. That he understood or at least knew what we were going through. When we deal with someone not in any capacity within what we know, they don't get it. Thank you. They don't get it.
I agree.
And it's like, am I really going to deal with somebody who is a restaurant owner who doesn't understand networking events? That doesn't understand that I'm in front of the camera and people, they're going to be fans. There is going to be a search or even money-wise, right? There's a $300,000 contract. Someone that's not in this industry in any way, shape, or form, it's like, what? That don't even sound real. When people make $100,000, $150,000, $200,000 a year, and you're gonna close a $300,000 contract that only takes 24 weeks, that doesn't seem something that's plausible.
It's crazy because I just had this conversation with my therapist. There's just a potential deal where I can pretty much in 6 months make what a salary was for me a couple of years ago. And I like don't really want to do it, but I'm like, I guess I could. You know the deal.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, but a part of me, I still feel like I'm battling with that person because a part of me is like, bitch, who is you to turn down this money that you've made? It took you a year to make this money before.
Right.
Now you only got to do 18 hours of work type shit. Like even the amount of time that it's going to take on me.
But I've already told you this because we have such a different upbringing. Money to me, we have a very different relationship with money.
Right.
Right? And
you grew up with it, with your rich ass.
I didn't. My dad had the money.
It don't matter.
That nigga died and I had to work. I got none of it. I got a house, which is one of my biggest advantages.
hello.
Biggest advantages for me to get. So I definitely have a lot of advantages to some things, but there's a mentality.
I ain't even get a machete. What I got over here?
Your mama that love you. What the fuck is mine? Yours is standing right next to you.
You right.
You know, there's some things that money can't buy.
Right.
Like yours is right here, literally supporting you wherever you go.
Being raggedy, making a lot of noises in the background.
Yes. You want to hear that. What a blessing. You know what I'm saying? And there's some things we don't think about those blessings, but there's a mentality around money and you seen your mom struggle. You seen your mom struggle to put food on the table. I'll open the fridge. You see what I'm saying? So you now at 32 in therapy, you just said you haven't even touched that stuff in the back.
I've been refusing to go back there.
And that, because it's tough. And once you do it, you're going to open a floodgate, a Pandora's box of feelings that it's like, fuck, I didn't realize I had this relationship with money because I don't want to go back to food stamps.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back to being like, do I have to sleep on an air mattress? Do I have to potentially sleep with a man to make it? You know what I'm saying?
I've gone through that part actually of therapy.
Right. But it's like,
I've gone through that.
Well, that the physical aspect of that and the trauma of that, but the money aspect, right? So there's so much to deal with in that space that it's so different. So we all have our traumas.
Yeah.
We all have them. So it's like, it's a journey. You're only 32. I'm only 36.
You're only what? Yeah. Damn, you old as fuck.
I'm only 36. I look
goddamn, this whole 40 years old, y'all.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't wait to be 40. And I've been saying this now for a while. I cannot wait. It's just like, and I say this all the time, what a blessing, bro. I just think about the blessings. I will make it to 40. I will make it to 50. I mean, and the knowledge that we'll have. How old are you, Miss Tammy? 55. You know how much she has seen?
Not you adding some months already. You were 54.
The thing 54. Is that she has seen so much. We haven't seen shit yet.
No, I ain't gonna hold you. I done lived a life. Baby, I done lived a life. I mean, I'll say, I think that's my thing too. Like, for anyone listening to this pod, like, in your 20s, oh my God, the way I thought I fucking knew
everything
so much that I did not know a thing.
I'm seeing it now with my 18-year-old. She's 18, bro. Yep. She don't like me for nothing. Yep. She is upset. And
sometimes I don't like you either. She gonna always love you. Now, liking you is a thing. At this point,
I'm like, does she even love me? Yeah. Does she even love me?
You were mama. I went through phases where I ain't.
Did she hate you at some point?
Oh, did I? Did I?
You hated your mama?
So the problem is, which I actually.
Egg donor.
Yeah, at one point I called her egg donor. Which I think you're being called now. It's possible.
Possible.
But I think that what we don't realize sometimes, and this may be a thing, especially because we're friends, but you real hard-headed.
I am not.
You're stubborn. You're hard-headed.
Not at all.
She don't see. She ain't been in therapy long enough, y'all.
This is called projection.
Y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. No, girl.
How am I? I'm not now.
So I think, though.
I'm very opinionated.
I will tell you, and so the hell is your daughter. And so what's crazy is.
And I love that about her.
Do you?
I do, because at the end of the day.
You're looking at yourself and you don't even know.
That's the thing.
And that's the thing that I think you battle with. Like, I don't think I realized
you're so much like your mom.
How much me and my mom were fucking like this. Until I'm like, oh, now I see why you ain't like me. Girl, because I'm you. And I think that you haven't gotten there yet. It took maybe till I was about 21, 22 to really start forming, like, even the apology tour with Dane. Now I see why you want apology tour. Apology tour. Girl, there's 2 words. Calm down.
I was like, what?
I know I'll be making up words. But I think that's when I realized, when I started working in maybe 24 actually, a little later.
I keep hearing
it was like, you know what? Bitch, now I see why you wanted that chicken taken out. And I forgot. But bitch, I'm coming out of work. The day has been long and I come home and the fucking house is a mess. You terrors are running around. You're loud. The chicken's not out. So guess what? We not eating. So y'all go eat hamburger helper. Even if you ain't throw out the meat. Like, there's so many things that as a mom, furniture. When I got my own house, I was like, oh, now I see why you was like, stay off my couch. Like, I don't think as children, we truly grasp at all what our parents sacrificed, what they spent money on. Mind you, we have inflation now. What they had to go through, how they hid their feelings from us.
I know your mom's smiling right now.
Bro,
she's like,
we literally, no, I don't think any of us realized that until we're like in our mid-20s. Like, and we go through our teens.
You had your responsibilities.
We go through our teens thinking our parents are awful. They're terrible. They don't get us. Oh my God, you broke bitch why we can't eat it red lobster. Like, do you know, bitch, why the fuck we can't go to Olive Garden? You can't get us Olive Garden. Then we go to Olive Garden and she's like, bitch, stay on this menu. Do not go there.
We're going before 3 o'clock.
You know what I mean?
When it's lunchtime.
Then it's like, oh, bitch, now we get name brand cereal because food stamps came in. It's like, you don't realize. You don't realize, actually.
You were the worst.
Oh, all of us. We were like, I guess we'll wait.
Sorry. I am buying you. I'm not buying her lunch today. I'm buying you dinner.
Times 3, but you don't realize until literally, like, I'm 24 years old with 2 roommates, literally having to fucking figure out, okay, do I have to eat or buy toilet paper? Because I'm looking at my account.
Expensive.
And mind you, if you even go back 10 years, the ATM gave increments of 20. Bitch, if you had $20 in your account, you couldn't pull shit out. What the fuck? The shit was stressful. Like, they didn't give you 5s and 10s out the ATM 10 years ago.
See, Ayana's not there yet.
No, you have to have $20 in your account. Bitch, if you had 18, figure it out.
Right. She's
You
not
know what
there
I mean?
yet. She still has the safety net, which is why I'm also giving her so much grace. Like, I haven't even gotten on her. I know she's doing whatever she's doing. And I'm just like, if you don't want to talk, it's fine. I still send her messages. I still reach out because I love her and I understand she has no idea what this world
You don't know
has
until
ready.
like 23, 24,
But how
25.
frustrating that is as a mom to wait. But at the same time, I got to give her time. I'd rather her do it now than at 35, you know? And I don't want to enable anybody.
Right.
And hopefully at some point, which I'm glad that you told me this as you, because I had her young, right? So it was a very different dynamic with my parents. I was already a parent by that time. So, and I always worked. I always had money. I always made it work. And I sacrificed so much, but I now understand where they say your kids don't own you a damn thing.
She's staying with family. I think that
she's still chilling.
When I'm telling you, I did not understand any of this until I was like on my own, paying bills, working, looking at my account. Like, my mom had to do this and then take care of 3. I can't even take care of myself. So
and you're like, how?
It's literally not gonna hit until you get to a point where it's like, I felt like I was rich when there was a comma. Bitch, $1,000 meant I was rich. And what the fuck? You know what I mean?
And then a rent come and you're right back to
and now
nothing.
you back to $30.
You know what I was thinking about the other day?
And you gotta wait till the check hit your account, and now you gotta hope a man take you out to eat, and then you asking for double so you can have leftovers for lunch the next day. Like, that's literally what your 20s was like. No, it was crazy.
Biggie size the meal.
You know, it's like, actually, I want 2 meals. Pack the second one up so I can eat tomorrow, nigga. I'm hungry.
I don't know. I give her grace, and that's something that definitely our parents, as someone like without kids, you don't even realize, and then you become a parent, and you're like this ungrateful bitch, you fucking asshole. But at the same time, I'm like, how can I blame her for something she has no idea about?
You don't.
You can't even.
But
understand
the problem is, they think they know. They think they know everything.
That's the frustrating part.
Girl, and then these TikToks make them think like they know the word. No.
They're like, I'm going to make a couple TikToks and I'm going to be rich.
Yeah, no.
If you don't stop. Even today, and we can sit here and say, more than half, and it's probably a much larger number, but I just want to say half, of the people that y'all see on these podcasts, as influencers, on TV, as rappers, are sleeping on an air mattress.
Yeah.
They have men taking advantage of them so they can have a place to stay.
Period.
There's a lot of fronting going on. And I think that's something that's very refreshing about us. And it does not too many people that are... I think
you be way more open than me. You share way more than I do.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
What have you not shared?
Girl, a lot.
What have you not?
I mean, I feel like
you said you put on a strap on and smashed a man.
Okay, but I don't be on my stories all day long on Instagram. Like, you show your day to day. I come on the pod and I talk about what's going on.
You can't show your day to day because you're potting day to day.
Damn. Yeah. On my day off, y'all, here I am in Orlando spending time with my family. And Carla's like, book the studio.
First of all, that is not true. I'm going to tell y'all the truth because she just lied.
No, I didn't
She wanted
lie.
to be here.
I
will
want to be here.
I didn't even ask her.
Bro, she
and
lying,
we were on
y'all.
the phone and we're
She lying, y'all. She lying.
I will show the text messages to that I
Please.
sent to Carlos.
Pull them up.
Because we were on the phone and she says something. She goes, I'm surprised you didn't even ask me to record. And I said, oh, you down?
No, actually.
And she said, yeah. I said, Carlos, the shit is booked and it's closed.
Is that how that happened?
Can I please get some time on the schedule?
I don't even.
That's exactly how it happened. She said, I'm surprised you didn't even ask me to record. I'm like, last week we had a full weekend and now you want to add some more shit to it. But, you know, circling back on this is just, one, we have to date someone that understands what we do. But I'm still not even ready to date. I'm enjoying this. And I think it's going to take you a while.
Oh, no, I realize I don't want to date. I'm celibate right now. I don't want to talk to men.
This is the lying ass show.
I'm not. I am celibate.
What is celibate?
So I realize
No, answer the
Nope.
question first. What does celibate mean?
Celibate to me.
No, she gonna make her own.
Yeah, bitch. Make my own definitions.
Let me look up celibate.
Celibate to me is that I will refrain from sexual intercourse with
Just intercourse.
just intercourse. I will refrain from sexual intercourse with a man that has not shown up to bring any sort of substance to my life. I think I require
That is not
more
celibacy.
intimacy, affection. I don't want so casual sex is now out the window for me. So
Okay.
yeah, so girl, my toy sleep with me, bitch. That little green thing stay right by me. But I don't want to be with another person until they
What
are.
if you try this?
What if I
You're
try
probably
what?
gonna say no.
I don't want no advice from
But
you.
what if you said for the next, let's start small, 30 days,
I could do 30 days.
no masturbation, no sex.
First off, I said other people. Masturbation. Why would you
I
take
only
away
went
my...
to 30 days. No masturbation, no sex.
How do you think I go to sleep?
That's a problem.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
I am learning my body as a woman, and don't listen to this woman who wants to just sit here and
Nigga,
not.
you're 32 and you've been
please
fucking
listen-
for a long time. You still don't know your body?
I do, and I need to continue
For
learning
30
her.
days.
My body is
So-
changing. Bitch, my hips hurt.
All right.
There
just
are
kidding.
some different changes.
I really
happening.
think so. If anybody wants to do this, I'm a year and some change going strong. My vibrations on my head. Where is it?
And
Like,
y'all,
what
she's
have I
miserable.
done?
She be crying.
So I will
she
tell you
depressed.
right now,
I'll be telling her she
I'm
need dick. That's
not.
the problem.
That's the thing, though. We are in very different stages of our healing process and journey. I am so satisfied. That's what I was trying to tell you before. I'm like, I don't even want to date because I'm enjoying my business.
Not only your business, girl, you got me. Duh. Anybody who has me in their life
is
is
stressed
good.
the fuck out. Stressed. She be
This
calling. I'm like,
This
oh my
sounds like
God.
a fake laugh. I don't like anything you just said. Sounds false. Sounds fake.
No, I'm really enjoying my business. I'm enjoying my friendships and then being very intentional, like scheduling time. Like, hey, we knew you were coming down here for the past like 2 months, right?
And that's why I hope you drank water
When?
before I got here, because we're
will
lit.
cook I am smoking. I will be lit, but I will be smoking. The drinking thing is just not my thing anymore. It makes me feel a little bit different. You still on your drinking tip? Maybe in a couple years.
No, I realized I traveled with weed today, and I was like, oh shit. I know, because
We're
this bitch be
fucking
traveling.
smugglers.
She feel like she not gonna be Brittany Griner. This bitch brought motherfucking drugs out the country. And I said, oh girl, you bold.
It's just a little bit.
She
It was
said,
just
oh,
nice.
I just put the cartridge in my makeup bag. And I'm like,
It was fine.
I'm sure Brittany did
It
the
wasn't
same.
Russia. It wasn't Russia. Brittany
Okay.
don't wear makeup.
Well, all right. We're not going to do that. See what I mean? All right. Anyways.
No.
I had a pre-roll in my fucking purse. And I
Good
was like,
job.
no.
I like
bitch.
that. Yo, I gave her a gummy in Vegas the second I landed. Bitch, put the shit in your mouth. It was such a breath of fresh air of Amanda.
I told her, I said, I don't like that. I
She
don't care
was
about anything for 2
chilled.
days.
We were sitting for an hour in the kiddie pool at the Vegas resort.
'Cause I
In
was
the
like-
kiddie pool, just chilling at
I
the kiddie
said,
pool.
Bitch, I don't care about
She didn't care
nothing.
about the kids. You know, she don't like no kids. She didn't care about nothing. We were getting dressed. She was like, I feel like I'm taking a really long time. I was like, girl, take your time. Take your time. I'll help you. Come here. Put the arm in right here.
I think she didn't help me get dressed.
We were
I was like, why are we moving so slow? But also, not as
It
our
was
best
so
meal
nice.
coming from Nathan's. This is how I knew I was hot.
Yo.
That Nathan's
Them
hot
hot
dog we
dogs.
had, bitch. Nah, bro, it shouldn't have tasted that good.
It was so good.
No.
We went to a Michelin star and that shit was better. The Nathan's was
Okay,
better
wait.
than
When we got the bone marrow the last day, that shit was good.
that. No, but I feel like
Either
the
the
first,
first
restaurant was
night-
better than the second.
Oh, see, I don't know. So you like the steaks was
The
better.
steaks.
The steaks
Yeah, okay,
were
yeah,
better.
the steaks were better.
The steaks were better.
The
But
steaks
I
were
liked that.
That bone marrow was really good.
Bitch.
That bone marrow
That
was
bone
good.
marrow was fire. I told
Yeah,
you.
actually, my shrimp are really good too.
Yeah, no, that second
I think
restaurant was good.
I'm just thinking about the steak.
The
Yeah, I
steak.
think I'm just thinking about the steak.
The steak.
The steak was trash. But yeah, I think that you need to be on marijuana more often.
And this is where we've come to the moral of the day. is-
yeah. Mandii, calm. Wow. I was impressed. You were amazing. Actually, I might. Damn, I left the bag. We're gonna have
You
some
not
tomorrow.
just drug
No,
me up?
No, I will.
Wow.
Well, the alcohol's a drug too.
Yeah, but I don't even, it's chill.
No, it's not chill.
it's chill.
No, you're not. You're not chill.
No?
What? No. But the point is of all of this.
Yo, she brought me
She's a
on here
drug
to verbally
smuggler?
abuse me.
No, I feel like we're in completely different stages of our journey,
Well, yeah,
of our
you a
healing
year
journey.
later.
But I'm glad that you're leaning into it. No casual sex is big.
Yeah.
That is big because that has been a majority of your life.
Also, these niggas ain't deserving. Bitch, I'm lit.
And I seen you, girl, listen, when I tell you I get messages, I'm like, I am not this bitch's mom. But they be like, Mandii was crying on her live. And I said, when? Who? Why? And who is seeing all these lives and where am I?
Well, you don't be caring about me.
I be working. I'm so sorry. I be needing money to keep up with you, with your rich ass. I'm like, I gotta make some money so I can be her friend because she want to go to expensive places.
Really? No, which I didn't realize. It was so funny. I think I just brought this up on my show. So we're in Vegas, and I think every meal we had was over $700. And it was like, and literally she's like, this meal, I'm jealous. I have to spend this on a babysitter, and y'all get to just spend it on food.
Bro, I was like, which is cool. Like, thank you, Jesus, I have the money to spend it. But at the same time, I'm like, wow, every day, every week that I spent on daycare, that's a fancy meal. And every time I feed Psalm, that's an outfit for her. And every time me and Psalm go out to eat, like, she got a new pair of shoes. No, and I'd be so mad.
This is how we be talking. She be like, girl, I gotta get a babysitter. I said, girl, I made another Shein order.
Literally. And like, well, she means Shein. She don't mean $40. She be like $300.
I be like, I got 22 items for
And I'm sitting like, I gotta pay for a babysitter to go out for 5 hours. That is your Shein order. So it's completely different lifestyles, but just enjoy the journey.
I'm gonna be single and celibate, even though she ain't let me finish my definition. I'm gonna be that.
This is bullshit.
In charge of my crystals in the moon at night.
She's plugging them.
And I be loving to repost my little Libra memes because I'm a Libra.
You ever see somebody else that's totally different from you and they're also a Libra and they're posting and you're like, but this ain't you. We are not the same.
Yeah, them must be them September Libras. Because y'all, I'm an October Libra. I'm a real one.
And that's like the April Tauruses. I don't know about
See what I mean?
Gotta be different. I don't know shit about the zodiac
I don't know nothing.
I know I'm a Taurus.
I just know I'm a Libra.
What's your sun?
Girl, I don't know the houses and universes.
Wait, that might be the sun. I think that is our sun.
No. But
it's
then
the
there's
moon.
like, there's a Venus, there's a...
Okay, just forget it.
There's a crouching tiger, hidden dragon. I don't fucking know.
then,
bro, you gonna use up my lip gloss this one? She is applying it for the 4th time. Nobody is in here but the cameraman. Hey, cameraman, I think you getting hit on more than you know. No. Between Carla and... Hey, I'm just saying.
Shit, every time she got shades on now. In the darkest studio in here.
Bro, there's black walls. What are you... You know, well, we about to go drink.
We are. This is good. I told you, I was like, I had no fucking outline. It's breakup season for us. I don't know about y'all, but if you're going through it, says you could.
Bitch, it's breakup century for you. Bitch, you've been in this shit for a long time. It's a season. I ain't gonna be like this for too long. This bitch been in this.
No, I enjoy it. Let me tell you something. Being single, I've made the most money I've ever been in my life.
Same.
Without having sex. No sex, no man in my life, and really focusing on me, baby. Wells Fargo is wondering how many drugs I'm selling.
I didn't even know Wells Fargo was still a thing. Check you out.
Who you got?
Girl, Chase.
Yeah, I got Chase credit card.
Chase and TD Bank.
Okay, I have Wells Fargo and Navy Federal.
As long as you don't got BOA, them motherfuckers be robbing y'all niggas.
Let me tell you something. Actually, I got Bank of America and it's overdrafted because
of course it is, because that's what they do. No. Overdraft fees. You guys can now become a part of a class action lawsuit and get $4.37.
For real? Let me put it in there. Well, what really happened when my baby daddy stopped paying child support? And there was my light bill come out of that account.
I'm not playing with you.
And so until we go to court or whatever,
BOA will be with the bullshit.
I didn't realize it, but yeah, I do.
Sorry if this podcast is sponsored by BOA. Just bleep it out.
It's not at all. They're probably like, this is terrible. You are overdrafted. And I was like, damn, what happened? I opened up. And I'm like, I haven't gotten a child support payment. I don't know how long. Well, back child support, essentially. So it went an overdraft. Whatever. It's like $200. I'll put it back in. I'm glad we did this. We're gonna heal. We're gonna be just fine. We're gonna still be rich. We're gonna find a man that got money.
Yep.
We're gonna find a man that loves us for us.
Yep, with a big old
that
dick.
Allows you. Yeah.
Sorry, keep going.
We want that.
That look fine as hell. Look like Tyler Perry would hire him for a film. Because I want a good looking man. Now, Carla don't really like the good looking ones. But I like really good looking men.
That's something I'm really happy about. I think that's why we've been able to be friends for so long also.
Oh, we don't have the same type at all.
Yeah, so if we go into a room, she goes towards the light skin with the tattoos.
Don't do that. They don't be light skin all the time.
She does the paper bag because she is racist. She is colorist.
Wow.
You are a colorist.
She goes for the gargoyle in the corner.
I love them. Where the ugly man at?
She love an ugly man.
But they had to make me feel good.
Well, when you make Arrows Compolo to everybody, She gonna make, as long as you, that's the way to a man heart too, ladies. At the end of the day, I know.
Nigga, who the fuck were you?
I know I was cooking. These
Martha
niggas
Stewart in
simple,
this
y'all. Suck a dick and cook. That's all you need to do.
That's all. But guess what?
And they still gonna cheat on you.
Still cheat on you and leave you and break your heart. So clearly Uber eats me. I end every episode with a Bible verse. And the reason why I do so is I go back to my roots, but I always tell everyone that my show is you come for the mess, stay for the message. There's always a message behind it. And they're like, oh yeah, the clips might look messy. That's marketing. And there's always a message behind it. I grew up in the church, straight away, didn't. And whether she's charging crystals with
me too. I was a missionary.
Amanda has no idea how much blessing is over her life. She has no idea how anointed she is and doesn't even know it yet. I tell her that God has given her so much grace. And
I'd be a good person.
The Lord has never left you.
No.
Don't cry. Has never left you. And you'll come back one day.
Why are you crying?
Because I love you.
Dang, you so emotional. Y'all, she ain't even really crying. It's just that she bleeding out her cooch. So she's sensitive right now.
It definitely could be the hormones. No, but I always tell her, don't stop being who you are. Your heart is huge. You give. There is a lot of pain within you and within so many of us. And that pain comes through. We're human. There's times that we're not going to understand why we're going through something, and until we reach to a higher power, whatever that might be for you right now.
Bitch, you're gonna make me cry. Bitch, we gotta go get drinks. You finna make me cry.
Oh, we don't drink. I'm gonna have a drink. Whenever that time is, I just know that even while you're on this earth, you're touching people regardless, right? I think there's a hard exterior to you. People see you as this really hard person, and you're still an amazing friend. There's times where I'm like, shut up and stop talking shit about that person. But at the end of the day, you are a great person, and there's just things that you've went through that some people haven't gone through. I can't even say that I can relate to a lot of the things because I haven't, and that will harden your heart. That will make you.
Got my sister on mama crying. We gotta get out of here. Y'all,
no,
read the goddamn verse.
See, look at her. This is her being like defensive of her because she knows it. She knows that there's a hardened thing in her faith. There's a. We will stray away from what we know and in a religion that we know and a God that we know that is real because there have been so many things that you wonder, why would you allow this to happen? Why would you allow someone to die? Why would you allow someone to hurt me? Why would you allow me to go through these circumstances? Why did I have it harder than someone next to me who didn't have it? And you're like, there must not be a God. But there takes time for us to get out of our own way, and obedience is hard. In 36 years, even born in the church, it's taken me this long to be completely obedient, even when I was in the church and dancing and in front of people, right? It takes for us to be in a mature place. So that's what
Back to the outline.
Back to the outline. We end it with a Bible verse, and this one is Proverbs 18:24, and it says, one who has unreliable friends soon comes to ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. And you have stuck by me when I don't have not a sister, not a brother, not a mom. And as crazy as you may be in your thoughts, everyone has that one friend. I feel like everyone can listen and say there's a friend that they can think of.
This was supposed to be fun, y'all. This was supposed to be fun. Wow.
There's always a friend. And as much as you get on my nerves, as much as I might not agree with so many things that you do, I can see your heart.
So many?
And there are so many on the list. I'm like, Lord, be with her. Take her with you. There's times I'm like, why is she drinking that much? But I know that I will tell you this. There's times that you've drank and you're wasted and on an Uber, and I sit down and I'm like, my God, be on that car with her. Be in that vehicle.
I don't do that no more.
You've gotten better.
Chill.
And like I say, you will be at some point delivered. You will still get the reels from me. From that you at some point you'll open. But we have to have friends that are reliable, that will be there at times, even when they don't agree with you. You haven't agreed with things with me. We don't see eye to eye. I don't want a yes person. I don't want someone that agrees with me. Other time there's a different point of view.
But also, Carla just like to debate, y'all.
I love to debate. I love to debate. But we're getting out of here.
I don't know how to shut that up.
Miss Tammy said let's go.
She said I can't be quiet.
Anyways, that is Proverbs 18:24. One who has unreliable friends soon comes to a ruin, but there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother. So just watch who you keep in your circle. Be very careful. And it's something I've told you many, many of times on a weekly conversation, watch who's in your circle and who you call a friend. You have acquaintances, you have business partners, you have
friends,
but not. There are some that just be careful, everyone. Be careful who you call a friend, who you open up to, who you tell your deepest, darkest secrets to.
Yeah, you be trying to steal on my friends.
You got some cool ones.
I got some great friends.
You got some good ones.
I got some great
But everybody
friends.
watch the circle you're in because you're letting them in and those energies around you. And you just want to be very careful just who's around you. And I'm just grateful for you and your friendship.
I'm grateful for you too. Now we finna go drink because this is crazy.
We're about to smoke.
Wow.
I got to pick up my son.
Wow. Yeah, she has to be a mom, y'all. She got
We
my
are-
fucking family crying behind the scenes. What kind of bullshit? Y'all,
Lord.
thank y'all for tuning in. This is another Pivoting with Purpose. It's a pivot, but we're pivoting currently. And PP, pussy, pop it on a handstand, bitch.
Lord, I told you she's a work in progress. She is coming to you at some day. I'll see you guys again next week. Goodbye.
Bye.